Okay, let me get this thing over here. I'm sitting up. I don't know how to feel about that episode.
It was very strange.
Well, nothing happened. Well, I mean,
Well, that's not
some
true.
stuff happened,
Some
but
stuff
I don't
happened.
care.
But it wasn't. That was really sad.
Well, it was very, very sad, but we somehow know less than we knew before.
Yeah, the sister ended up killing herself.
Yeah, the sister
But
killed
she
herself.
did it in the same way that the scientist did it. Like their clothes were all folded and stacked and stuff, and she just walked off.
No,
into
the water killed her. Scientists
yeah.
died before they froze.
Well, their clothes was folded and stuff like that, and I found that interesting.
Hypothermia will do that.
Yeah. But well, in some cases of hypothermia, sometimes they don't fold their clothes; they just throw them.
Well, it depends.
Or drop them.
Depends on the person.
Yeah.
If they were a neat person, they probably do that.
Yeah,
if
but
they're not, they don't.
Mm. But we saw in some of the scientists' rooms that some of them were really messy, so I don't think.
Like I said, it depends.
I think that's sus. Anyways. But.
You think everything's suspect.
Yeah.
All we know is that apparently ghosts are real, and that's about it.
Yeah. Wasn't a fan of how the ghost appeared in the shows like this. I did not like that.
That's because you're scared of it.
No, because I like it when the horror is, like, playing with you. It's not in your face as much. Like, we didn't really see the ghost.
I mean, they're playing
for
with them.
Travis. We saw Travis.
They're playing with them. They're fucking with them hardcore.
Yeah, and now it's in your face with the ghost, and I don't really like that. Like,
Well, they're just kind of around now.
Yeah.
Not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
But we know that there's ghosts, and ghosts are real.
Yeah.
So that's a definitive. And then now we're in the night country, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Jodie Foster has slept with everyone in the town.
Yeah.
Let me see. She just kind of gave up on being a mom to her daughter and let them run off to go stay with Pryor, who she still makes work constantly.
On Christmas Eve. And then his dad...
And then his dad seemed like... his dad with the whole Maryland Bride thing was fucking stupid. I don't know what he was thinking, but then he was like, you gotta let him go home. Man needs his family. And he was making a whole lot of sense. I'm like, where the fuck was this person the last 3 episodes?
Well, he got stood up by his mail order bride. So he's like, his brain is all weird.
I don't know if that counts as being stood up. But like... It's very strange. I don't know what to say on this episode because...
It's very weird.
It is weird. They didn't give us a whole lot to chew on. I mean, a lot happened, but it kind of happened, and we're not... I mean, the suicide, it was... she was dealing with a lot of untreated mental health issues. And I'm thinking she was a burden. She just walked off and died. So there's not really a mystery there.
Well, I don't think it was just that. I think it was because she leaned over the bed and saw the girl under there too.
Well, yeah,
and I think
that scared the shit out of her.
I think it's more the fact that she can't escape from the ghost, or she couldn't escape from her.
Navarro's seen him more. We still don't know what happened in that one case that they keep flashing back to. With that one dude, where she also saw a ghost. But apparently that guy was supposed to have killed himself, so I'm guessing they just kill him.
Well, she saw the girl ghost, and then she saw the guy ghost. She saw both of them.
She got the shit kicked out of her by those 3 guys that she decided to run up on because she was mad when her sister got killed.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame her for running up on them.
Still not. I don't know what to think about this episode.
I don't know.
It's not as good as the other ones.
It's mixed emotions, mixed feelings.
And then they tried to end on something big, but now it's like, oh, there's another guy that we just got introduced to this episode earlier. Weird German dude who's high on crack or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He stole the
Raymond's jacket.
Yeah. Or he didn't steal it, I don't think, but like...
It says they're in the night country now. There's a fucking Christmas tree in this place that's lit up. That's spooky more than anything. Fuck the ghost. That random Christmas tree in this dredge is terrifying.
Yeah.
And then they go over there, and Navarro's ears are bleeding. No. Ears are bleeding for some reason, and the episode just ends. Well, when she pulled their thing to the side, her blood was dripping down her ear.
Oh, my glasses on. I can't see.
They found, yeah, that's why you wear your glasses when you watch something that's kind of important to pick up details, Scarlett.
Okay.
They got a rock with the symbol on it, the spiral. Yeah, we still don't know what the fuck it means.
The guy that they got that from disappeared.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
he Which is weird. They don't know where he is.
Or just ran off.
Do know, and they're not saying where he is.
I thought they were going to go investigate some ice caves, because that's where that one girl got murdered. They figured that out, but no ice caves.
Yeah, they found that out because in the video there's like whale bones in the ice, and the teacher guy is like, yo, those aren't whale bones. Those are up somewhere else.
We didn't get a whole lot more other than knowing that her son, Jodie Foster's son, got killed in that car accident.
We already knew that, though. I was telling you that, and you were like,
you didn't actually know.
Yes, I did. I was telling you. She had 2 kids. I think they're her stepkids. I'm not for sure. But the oldest one, I can't remember her name. I can't remember anybody's name for the life of me. But right now, she has the girl, and then the little boy, he died, and then her husband died as well.
That girl, so her, I understand her daughter acting out and hating the mining company because the mining company's evil, and we all know that, right? Yeah. Here's what makes me mad. I guess I understand why she let her pack her shit up and leave and go to Pryor's.
Because she'll be back, you know.
Even if she's not, that's probably the safest place for her to be. Other than that, like, we need to have a heart-to-heart. It doesn't matter what side you're on that mining thing right now. It doesn't. Because there are 8 dead people, 9 including the body that we found years ago. There is a possible killer on the loose who seems to like Native women, too. We know that killing's related to these other 8 bodies that also died in various horrific states before freezing. Yeah. Hey, little girl, you need to shut the fuck up right now because something weird's happening here. Don't be running around. I don't care that you did to the mining company. I care that you snuck out by yourself doing God knows what in the middle of the dark.
Yeah.
When anybody could have just shown up and snatched you and murdered you in the worst way possible, because that one girl who you kind of look like got brutally murdered. Was tortured. So let's not have her tongue cut out and shit. For doing shit that you're currently doing. How about we wait until we catch this fucker? And you need to settle down. Like, I don't think you yes, bad shit's happening, we need to protest, blah, 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 blah. You're a child. You need to shut up right now. I understand you're not the best mother, but there is a, like, if this was before we knew it was a killer, different story. There is an active murder investigation, and there is a crazy dude or crazy dudes.
Yeah.
We don't know who
that scientist guy
who just possibly murdered a bunch of people.
And then that other guy.
And then was also holding on to the tongue of another dead person. So, and there's another murderer who also just got away. Who's still there.
Emotionally stable.
Who is still there. There is bad shit going on.
Yeah.
And there's not enough people to take care of it. You need to shut up. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Because if you think it's bad now, wait till you get abducted and just absolute torture to death. Like they weren't just murdered; they were fucked up. Like that to me, that would make sense to me. I was 17 once. If you told me that, I'd been like, all right, I'm gonna go sit over here and not get tortured to death. That part's not making sense to me and she never even attempted to do that. At no point in time have they ever discussed the murders. The first thing I'd do, listen here, there's murder. There's 8 dead people. We had them in the ice rink for a while so they could defrost.
Yeah, she saw them. Yeah, maybe I would be like, hey, tell me before you go somewhere. I don't care if you're going with your girlfriends or a protest thing. Tell me where you are exactly, and always have like at least 1 or 2 other people who know where you are. Because
no, fuck that. Don't go anywhere during 30 days of night when there's
I would just
be a bunch of dead people. We are racking up a body count, and now there's missing persons and all kinds of stuff. Weird shit's going on.
Yeah.
Death is not the worst thing that can happen to you out here. There's some other shit. Calm it down just for a second. Calm it down. Other people want to go throw their lives away and act like idiots whenever they're grown. They can do that. You're not grown. You're a child. It's my job to protect the child. So how about you shut the fuck up?
She has very good maternal instincts.
You shut the fuck up for just a second.
I feel bad for that one guy. She's like, she keeps making him work all the dang time. I'm like, let him go home.
I felt bad for him right up until he brought something up out of the blue to win an argument with his wife.
Oh,
that was weird. That was really
like,
weird.
What the fuck, dude?
Why don't you go ahead and say it? Say that you blame me and you hate me for hate me and the child for ruining your life, and she didn't say anything. I'm like, dude, that had nothing to do with your ass never being home.
No, he said that she didn't want to have the baby,
and said that he ruined her life.
Yeah, he said that first, and then he said,
and my thing is, dude, that has nothing to do with your ass never being home. Yeah. If anything, you're projecting.
Yeah. Because
why ain't your ass ever home? Apparently, you had a pretty good career before you decided to become a cop. Just saying, maybe you need to shut the fuck up. Just also stand up for yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Your dad's a piece of shit. You should already have stood up to him. You are also a cop. Well, you could have told when Danvers is like telling you to go do this, whatever. I'd have been like, all right, I'll go get there in an hour or two after I go have dinner. Doesn't take me that long to eat, kiss my kids and shit, and then I'll go over and pick people up and we'll go hunt this guy down. Because, like, what did they accomplish by driving all the way out there? Nothing. They didn't find him. He'd been gone for days. He was already gone.
Yeah.
So, like, he could have done that. There's all to say that to your wife when you're in bed is really weird when it has nothing to do with why she's pissed off.
Yeah,
like all we've seen is you are never home. You avoid your wife and avoid your kid. You need to shut the fuck up. That's why she's mad. She might be mad about other stuff, but at the same time, the reason she's mad that you're not taking care of your child is a different story than the other stuff. That our other argument can happen later. You weren't home. You missed fucking Christmas.
That's fucked up to say though. Like,
oh yeah, it's really fucked up. I've had similar. It's not a fun story to get into, but I've had things like that said to me in bed while trying to go to sleep.
I've had
people trying to win arguments. It's never.
I've had things like that said to me by my mother. She's like, she would be like, out of the blue. Oh yeah, I would have tons of money if I didn't have you.
Hurts a lot worse coming from your wife. I know that. But here's the fun thing. So they need to. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I just know it's weird. Yeah. But also, another thing. People need to fucking talk.
Oh yeah, nobody's talking.
So at the same time, that was weird as fuck to say to your wife.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, when that's not why she's mad. Mm-hmm. Like, she's been mad that your ass is never home, to take care of your kid. Your kid needs his daddy, like, and you're never home.
Yeah. Also, this little kid has like issues.
She's
having nightmares. And
she's
stuff.
Pissed off because your ass is never home. That's a different issue.
Also, she's like in school. And
However, you need to sit her down. Don't tell the kid because he's way too young to know. But you sit her down and go, listen. After this case, we can have a discussion. All the blah 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 blah. We can set boundaries, whatever. But right now, this isn't Danvers, because I'm sure Danvers has always done this. This isn't Danvers fucking me over and always bringing me in to do whatever, blah, 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 and I always run. We can have that fight later. This happens to be coinciding with, did you see the corpsicle we got?
Yeah, the
8 dead people, plus another murder, several missing people. There's shit happening right now.
And then now a suicide.
And now a suicide. It's technically unrelated, but
yeah, but it's like, related.
But listen, the sheriff's treating this as a murder case that's linked to another murder case. So I'm not going to be home now because someone's out there going and killing people. For whatever reason, some scientists and also some natives. So, like, there's someone out there and it's active. So I understand it sucks. Let's push that till we get this thing solved because we don't know who this guy, he's crazy. We don't know who he's going to kill next. He could decide, what would be cool? How about I kill this woman and her kid for fun? And that could be you. We need to have that discussion because it's different. Shit like this is what bothers me.
Yeah. Nobody's like talking.
Nobody talks. I hate that, and it'd be very simple. Because me, I'd be pissed if you were never home and never did blah 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 blah. Yeah. But if you went, hey, look, this isn't me doing regular cop shit, right? This is
we got a serial killer.
We have like a possible serial killer. Be like, yeah, you take your time. Yeah, are we safe? Like, why are we not doing more here? Like I would be wanting to know, how do we stop him from killing us? But yeah, you need to be out there protecting people because, fuck cops. But at the same time, if you actually believe in what you do, which is protecting people, that's what your ass needs to do. You're a sheriff deputy. So get out there and actually help people. Yeah. But no one's talking. You know what I've noticed? In season...
I think
not really season 2, but season 1 and even season 3 of True Detective, their spouses or partners never got angry with them for being on the case. You know why Woody Harrelson's wife was mad at him? Because he was fucking another woman.
Oh yeah, because he was cheating on
fucking several women. But you know what she was never mad about?
Oh, the kid.
You want to go find these missing kids? Yeah. Why are you always out hunting down this serial killer? Oh, it's because you're hunting a fucking serial. That's why. You want to and this guy who's also, we don't know what his type is really. We just know that, we have daughters. Maybe he could come kidnap a daughter or whatever. There were some weird arguments in season 3, which we'll get to when we do the season 3 one. But it was about different parts of the case and more sensationalism of crime and crime drama and stuff like that, and him not liking that. But it was never, why are you never home? Be with your kids. Or why are you always out late or anything like that? It's like, no, the murder investigation's back. We need to find this girl. She was never upset that he was trying to find these people. That he was sucked in trying to find children that got abducted, or people who've been murdered and stuff like that. Which season 3 took a turn I was not expecting. We'll get into that later. But and in season 2 it doesn't count. Season 2 is weird. But in season 1, Woody Harrelson, he had a whole family. He had kids and they had issues. But none of those issues had anything to be with his job, or at least what we saw with the case. Because what was his case? We're hunting down a vicious serial killer. And you know what the wife was like? Was like, yeah. Also, don't talk about this at the table. She was not mad about that. She didn't want to scare the kids anything like that. She was totally fine with that.
That's understandable. I wouldn't want.
And talk about. She wasn't upset that he was not talking about certain shit at the table or anything. Or why do you not talk to me about this or that? She didn't fucking know because it's in the news. She knows what he's doing. They weren't upset. They were upset about other things that were happening.
She knows it's probably
about him being a piece of shit husband. But that's different than, because I'm sure they've already had that discussion. I mean, he probably wasn't even expecting that to happen, because that murder that happened was very different than other stuff. And he talked about later, they asked him why he quit and became a private detective, and he said he went up to a case where there was a baby in a microwave. And and after they said he just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. And it gave you a sense as why this guy has issues. Not the best father, not the best husband, definitely not the best husband. You got a sense that he was still a good guy. It's like he actually cared about the shit that he was doing. He just was a piece of shit otherwise. And Matthew McConaughey was crazy, but you never thought that he didn't care about what he was doing. No. But they always...
He was fucked up because his kid died.
But they talked. That was the thing. You never saw these families or other people mad at them for doing their job. Because they... It's...
Also,
it's a murder. A murder and a serial murder is a very serious fucking thing, and it should be more serious in this because we're in a small town. Why are we not talking about it? Hey, there's a dude going out there killing people out in the ice. That's a pretty big fucking deal, dude. Maybe we should have. The first thing I've done is I set my daughter down. It's like, you're not going anywhere. Why? Oh, why bother? That's unfair. Shut up.
Right now.
Shut up. Here's why. It has nothing to do with me not wanting you to do this or that, or because you're a fucking idiot who makes terrible decisions, because you do. Don't make a sex tape, you fucking idiot. Yeah. With an underage girl. Good God, you're stupid. But no.
The preference. He's not talking to me. He's talking about
the daughter. Yeah. The daughter in the show.
I was about to say.
But here's why you don't get to leave the. Here's why you don't get to leave the house, because it's the sun never comes up right now, and there's a dude out there brutally killing people. And there's other weird shit. Ghosts.
Oh! Sorry, I don't want to mean to interrupt, but... Why was that so aggressive? Anyways. No, but, before I forget, because I forgot once. The only character who really talks to anybody is, what's her name?
Navarro?
Yes. Her boyfriend, kinda. He's the only one who's like, what the fuck? Like, he's the only one who kind of makes sense. Like,
but even she didn't really tell him, but she was upset. So that was different.
But he's like, when she came back, she was all beaten up and stuff. He's like, what the fuck?
He's very understanding.
He's like shaking, and he was like, he's of a more realistic character.
He looked at her and saw that, oh, she's not upset at me. She's not upset about some other shit, like random bullshit.
Oh,
something
when she started crying.
Bad has happened.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is yet. Something bad, and I'm sure, I would think she told him after their crime. We didn't see that, but I would think that he knows now. But he didn't know at first, so he didn't know how to react to this. But then when he saw that, oh, shit's fucked up, she doesn't break down like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold her and we're going to wait and see what happens.
He's like the only character who like actually makes sense to me. He's like more realistic character because like he talks, like he's more healthy character, kind of.
And we even saw an example of what happens when you don't talk in the show, where Jodie Foster went on that whole rant how everyone's dead, there's no afterlife, there's no heaven, there's no hell, they're just dead, you need to get over it, blah, blah, blah. And after that, she goes, by the way, my sister killed herself today. And then she's like, fuck, I need a redo on that whole speech I just gave. You know, and I, like, that's like, yeah, you should have probably led with that.
Yeah. I mean, she was in shock, though, so.
I would also wondered why she didn't get a call. She probably should have gotten a call, I would think. It's a small town. One of the residents dies, even if suicide. Yeah, they called Navarro because that's her sister.
Yeah.
But they should have called the sheriff.
Oh, I thought you meant.
She should have gotten a call.
Navarro. I was like she
hey,
did get a call. Oh, you mean the sheriff lady.
Like, hey, one of your citizens did this, you know, and some shit's happening. They got out of this facility they should not have gotten out of.
Yeah.
There's a whole... Also, they say it's a voluntary facility and all that. That's also not how that works.
Yeah, don't they have to, like, have somebody come and get you?
It depends on...
And sign you
out? It depends on how you got in there. So I don't know how... We saw them get put in there, but we don't really know how the paperwork and all that. Yeah. You can be in there voluntarily, but you're known for why you're in there.
Also,
and if you're put in there by someone else, so it's not necessarily a forceful commitment, but they know it's like, hey, I'm here for this or that. So they already know, hey, this person's seeing shit and might go crazy, might try to run away. As doctors, don't let that happen because they're going through an episode. Instead, apparently, she just got the fuck out of there and walked away, and their excuse was, it's a voluntary thing. Like, that's not how that worked. I've actually gone through this, and the amount of paperwork you have to fill out is insane. And then they'll charge you a shit ton of money. But, like...
Yeah, also, I was like,
I think also they put you in there, if you're put in there under certain reasons, it's like 72 hours.
Yeah.
Before you can be released.
Don't, like, doctors have to sign off on you, like, to leave, too? Like,
that all depends. Like, I was able to get someone out. Mm-hmm. Like, I just put my foot down, I was like, get him out now, and then we did it, and we arranged a date and did it. But, like, because they weren't put in there by the state or the police or something like that.
Oh.
But I made that decision. But it's still, there was a whole thing you had to go through. You had to wait at least a little bit. They didn't just say, fucking see ya.
Yeah.
Because that would be weird for someone who is seeing shit, hearing shit, and has already once, today, run out and into the cold and had to have the sheriff bring them in.
Yeah.
There's an evaluation period that needs to happen to figure out, are they okay?
Are they going to adapt?
Are they okay? Before we do anything, just to see, get them calm down and whatever. Not within the same fucking day. Whatever. There's a whole thing. That was just an excuse. But at the same time,
could have been supernatural.
So it should have been guards. I mean, obviously, it's true because of the ghost. But there's a whole lot of weird shit. But people need to fucking talk to each other.
But I meant, like, it could have been supernatural. Like, the guy was like... I don't know, blah, blah, it could have been him just being stupid or whatever. Or, like,
she didn't
ignoring
really tell him much
her.
either. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, people need to talk in this show.
Yeah.
Because at this point, episode 4, I'm getting a little frustrated with the show. Is
there's no communication.
We don't know a lot because they're not talking to each other. And part of that could be on purpose. It's supposed to show, dysfunction or whatever. But at the same time, holy fuck. Like, it's losing its interest at this point. I don't think the episode was bad. It's just like, I
didn't like the ghosts.
I would like more. You have a thing about ghosts.
No, I don't like how they're like portrayed right now. Like it's in your face right now. Like it's so.
They're ramping up. It's ramping up.
I know. I'm just like.
As we closer, we're halfway through the series. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I hope the next episode they actually fucking do something.
Yeah.
Because most of this episode, nothing happened, and then we had a few things happen back to back, and that was it.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I'm hoping the next episode there's more.
Yeah.
And then probably after this sometime we're going to record that season 3 because we finished it.
Yeah.
I just have been dealing with some shit.
Yeah. Also, I got diagnosed with PTSD.
That's not great. For this. That has nothing to do with True Detective.
I mean,
that can be for the general episodes, or you may not need to share that. That's up to you. Okay. But regardless, remember.
I was about to say, do you not want me to share?
But also, remember, these episodes have a point to them.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's stuff you want to share, and we can do a general episode. But also, maybe people don't want to hear about your, holy shit crap that you're going through while trying to listen to True Detective. I'm just saying, when you're trying to talk about a show and then you go off on a tangent about how depressing your life is and making me want to kill myself, it's a little bit hard to steer the ship. But that's neither here nor there.
My life isn't sad.
Not anymore.
Okay.